Leo. You know it's cold when I have a sweater on. I'm in Southern California and I have a sweater on. But yeah, I'm freezing my off. This is beautiful freaking energy. It's almost, I have to say this for you guys. It's almost like you just done found yourself again after a long period of time not knowing who the f you were. Now, I'm not saying you don't know who the f you are, but I'm saying you kind of lost track. Lost track a little bit of who the f you were, how to respect yourself, how to honor yourself, how to demand the best of yourself, letting people walk all over you, or really giving away your power to some sort of anger or aggression, and yet still not being able to get things done. There was something going on that was blocking you, or that what you were doing to basically, in a way, degrade who you were. Because you really, really, really wanted to feel something again. There was this almost numbness, but like a lack of aliveness. I think that's better. There was a lack of aliveness. Now, you know what you went through in October into November, and it was a lack of aliveness. The sun was in a very compromised position, and this week the sun is in a very interesting position. What happens with the sun and how Chiron kind of plays off of it. I think it's a big reveal for you guys about exactly what it is that you were doing to sabotage yourself and how you deserve so much better, especially from yourself. The people that you were hanging with, whatever you were doing socially, so it could very well have been you were in isolation. You were isolating yourself from people that would make you happy, or from people in general, which would make you happy. Depriving yourself of that social interaction, or the social interaction that you were having was a social interaction that was draining you instead of fulfilling you. And there is such a thing as giving too much, which you've run into a lot of issues with that. Especially this year. But I think that there is a sense of walking away, or taking some time to move in a direction that is your own direction, and not so much a direction that you feel like you were obligated to be in, or you feel like you were being pushed in. So, and you were being pushed in because the crowd was moving in a specific direction, and it was pushing up against you, and it was pushing up against your heart space and what you knew to be right and what you knew to be true. But at the same time, you didn't want to ostracize everybody. There is such a like deep rooted need in Leo to keep their pride together, to keep their flock together. And ultimately, there's just so much that you can do, Leo, about other people's shit and other people and what their mindset is. And if that is not your responsibility, it's not your responsibility to fix their mindset or to overcompensate with your energy in order to fix the mistakes that you know they're making, because ultimately that puts you into the wrong stream and you end up making the same fucking mistakes. You know, and they aren't even your mistakes. So this is a sense of realizing that you have to let people go, or realizing that you have to let, realizing that you have to let people go. And I don't think it's anybody, I think this is more your social group than it is your family, but it could very well be letting family go too. Letting people go who are forcing you to not be you, or forcing you to think things, or encouraging you to think things that are not true for you and that do not work for you. Leo, no, life is not all about you. Life is about connection and the beautiful connections that we can have with other people. But Jesus, not at the expense of yourself. And ultimately, this is that time when you are able to get yourself back, to spring back from giving too much, to spring back from doubting your heart because so many people are against what it's telling you. I think that it could be a very unique position. I will assume, and you guys please leave the comments below and let me know. I assume that that is a very unique situation for you to be in a position where people are not going along with your flow, or people are questioning you or questioning your wisdom. You know, and it's, I have to say, I don't think it's a pride thing. I think it's a heart thing. I think it's a, why don't they know that I'm more trustworthy than this? Why don't they know that I know more than this? Like, if I have confidence in them, why don't they have confidence in me? Why are they losing confidence in me? And ultimately, this is a sense of basically cleaning up your life and reassessing who is important and who's not, and who you should worry about having confidence in you and who you shouldn't. But as well, clearing out your space from that stuff which was really bogging you down. There is a new start here. It's a whole new beginning. The two cards that came out first for you were springtime, being able to let go of the past season of your life, let go of the fall. We're headed toward winter now, which is a season of faith. Winter is a season of faith. So ultimately, there is a sense of taking that leap of faith into, faith, and just really having faith and being freed from any kind of chains or ties that bound you, free from any restrictions that you put on yourself, starting a brand new season in your life. Letting go of the past, realizing that any stops or any death, because what is spring? Spring comes after winter, right? So there is this sense of you have to let go and just take this leap of faith into the season of faith, which is winter, because something new is going to start in your life. There's a new beginning that's starting. Now, it may be coming from a connection or through a connection with a friend. Somebody's kind of hooking you up with something, or somebody's networking for you, or an opportunity is coming through. It's like almost Two of Wands. An opportunity is coming through a friend, through a network, through somebody that you trust. They're helping you to move on. They're helping you to move forward with something that you've been stalled with or held back by because, well, first of all, you were not ready to move on. And second of all, you weren't ready to move on because you had to try as hard as you possibly could to make something work. And you had to know by failing multiple times that it just wasn't going to work. And it really wasn't just about you. It was about the situation, the circumstance, or the relationship. You can, what was that? It's a Star Trek quote. You can do your absolute best and still be beaten. So it's not always a sense to every time you lose isn't because you didn't do your best or you could have done better. Sometimes it's just not your day. Sometimes somebody is better than you. Sometimes it's just not the right situation for you. Or yeah, it doesn't necessarily mean that anything was diminished about you. And there was a sense of feeling like there was something wrong with you because you were not able to pull something off. And it got really messy. You have to step away from the crowd. Clean up your mess. Clean up your mess. Clean up the mess that was made by trying to fit in too long, or trying to go along with the fold, or trying to please others instead of please yourself. Clean up the mess that's made from everybody trampling over things. It's almost like you see that there's a reason. You see that there's a purpose to do something that other people don't see. And they don't have to see it, and they don't even have to make it easier for you, because it's going to be easier for you just because you're following your heart. This is also a sense of you getting the opportunity or trying something different, right? Trying something new, and to clean up the craziness or the sadness or the mess that was the season before. What does that mean? It could mean a lot of different things. It could mean trying a new relationship, even when you came out of a really shitty one and felt like, oh, you know, nothing's going to really work out for me. And maybe you would never let your friend set you up on a date, but now you're letting them. And I know so many of you guys listen to these videos and these examples that I give, and they're, oh, that's my situation exactly. Guys, these are metaphors. I'm trying to use a metaphor to explain what I mean by these energies. So ultimately, it's just a sense of maybe you take a job, or you get involved with a project where you normally wouldn't get involved in it because it didn't interest you. but ultimately it ends up being the best thing that you could have done because it inspires you. It opens up your mind. It forces you into an unfamiliar situation whereby unleashing your creative mind. So this is almost going against the grain and allowing somebody else to sort of pull you through and pull you in a different direction. So this is a time to say yes. This is a time to take an opportunity that is being offered to you, even if it's not something that you would have normally like taken the chance on. So many cards here. A new beginning and springtime. A new start is coming. All of this is a new beginning. There's something new happening and coming into your life. And I know it's coming through a friend, through a network, through a connection that's actually being like, hey, come in this direction. And you're like, well, why do I want to come in this direction? Come in this direction. Just take this leap of faith. It's pulling you through. Show the world the real you, right? So something that will fit you, something that will suit you, something that will be authentically who you are, where you don't have to hide yourself or constantly be told or constantly be fought with, where there won't be any dissonance. There will just be sort of acceptance, and this is a situation where you belong in. A new romantic cycle begins. This could be falling in love with life, but ultimately I think that there is some sort of new romance on the horizon for you, because this is very literal energy, but a romance that will work where you can be yourself. You don't always feel like you have to impress somebody or always be something to fit in with somebody. No, this is a sense of you actually being able to be with somebody who really does appreciate and love you. And if you are in a relationship, this is a sense of the two of you starting over so that you can be authentically yourself and be accepted. This is also Aquarian energy. So Aquarius is sort of that opposite energy from you, right? Leo is basically individuality, and Aquarius is basically community, right? And that's kind of what it is. But it's almost like finding your individuality in your community, finding a community where your individuality can be loved and be nurtured and nourished. There is a time for healing. So there is a little bit of a catharsis, or just laying low and allowing your energy to slowly regain its momentum, but also healing bridges that maybe need to be burned, bridges that were burned that need to be rebuilt or reconstructed, lending that helping hand to anything that you added a mess to. So it could introduce it could be saying basically apologize or try to make amends. And this doesn't mean that you did anything wrong. It could be somebody reaching out to you and you just accepting the apology. You don't necessarily have to accept somebody back into your life or accept an opportunity, but allow it to heal you and validate the fact that you did deserve better. And now something is coming in to acknowledge the fact that you did deserve better, or the situation you could have done better in a situation, right? Or somebody else could have been done better by you. So ultimately, Leo, it's you saying yes and opening up to any kind of opportunity to move on from a stagnated or negative, uncomfortable situation, and just allowing that extension, allowing that hand, and allowing that peace to come into your life again, which is also what Libra has to deal with, is peace and balance. So that's another romantic cycle. Could be like romance as in high romance, as in ideals or an idealism, to let that come back into your life instead of, being missed from it. There's a sense of peace coming back into your life, surrendering yourself to a reconciliation or a resolution, if not a reconciliation. So this is beautiful energy that you can actually springboard from, because now you're lighter, because now you've liberated yourself from any kind of obligation that would have held you back or set you back. Meditate and contemplate. So this is beautiful energy of allowing yourself to heal and get back to your breath, and allow yourself to feel that peace again flowing through you. And remember, meditation and contemplation starts with your breath. So find that quiet space. Seriously, this may seem like it's really not you. That's bullshit. You are whoever you choose to be. And if you need healing and you need a little bit of a break right now, then you can take it, right? You take that time, that quiet time, and to love on yourself, but not love on yourself in terms of, glamour and stuff. No, it's love on yourself in terms of allowing yourself the time and space to, give yourself what you need. Don't let your past hold you back. Forgive yourself for what's happened in the past. Forgive others for what's happened in the past. Getting to a point where people who didn't support you no longer have control over you is about forgiving them and letting it go. And also, if something hasn't worked out in the past, like, oh, I always get into bad relationships, never ever works. Let that go. It's not, that was conditional to those moments in your life, and you're not in those moments in your life anymore. This is really a breakthrough and the opportunity for something brand new to actually come from a situation that you may have given up on, right? Believe me, there's a breakthrough. Look at the bigger picture. This is Sagittarius energy, and it's Sagittarius season, man. So this is a timestamp. It's going to be a major breakthrough in Sagittarius season. But just by changing your perspective and pulling away from it a little bit and not taking it so personally, but just seeing it overall, you'll get a lot more clarity from that perspective, since it won't be something that impacts you emotionally. And with that clarity, you'll be able to make right decisions. And what I mean by right decisions is not somebody else's morality, decisions that are good for your heart and your health. And then we have, of course, Animus, the man, and the tree. So you could be a doctor, you could be a male doctor, you could be dealing with a doctor, you could be dealing with health issues right now, or you could just be working on your health. Somebody is trying to heal. This is a sense of healing yourself, trying to heal yourself, and doing whatever it takes to heal yourself, especially if you've been sort of abusing any part of yourself, abusing your heart, abusing your body. Any of that self-critical sabotage is cleansing. It's over. And you don't, like, just because you drank every day for the past 30 days doesn't mean you have to keep going. This could be step one, day one of the next 30 days where you don't drink at all. That kind of, and I'm not saying that you're all alcoholics. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying, Leo, is that you're not stuck. You are not based on your past. You're based on your energy, where you are now, and what potential you have in the future, where you're headed. And that has to do with your choice. So 100% is now. This beautiful energy surrounding you will enable you to make a different choice, will enable you to break from that attachment to the pattern that's been set to start setting a new pattern. You will have enough energy to be able to break through and set a new pattern. Let's get into your spirit guide messages. Leo, 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 Leo. Let's do this. Okay. It's coming out in the past. This is Aquarius energy. This is wisdom. Wisdom gained by hardships wisdom earned by hardships that you went through. This is also clarity. So this is wisdom or knowledge that comes out of a situation that was once all entirely in the dark. So this is a message or a breakthrough or a realization, a truth that comes to you that empowers you, an empowering truth. It could also be counseling, receiving counseling, using somebody else's eyes to look from a different perspective, to be liberated from the perspective that you were stuck in. Beautiful. Time for beginner mind, also Aquarius energy. Leo, it's really interesting because Saturn and Jupiter are headed into Aquarius. And a Sagittarius season is a much more empowering time for you than Scorpio season. It's opening up possibilities for you. Time for a beginner mind. We've once again, Once again, we've got a new beginning. Time for a beginner mind. Realizing that what happened in the past is the past, and whatever new opportunity has been offered to you does hold potential, and that you have the wisdom and the skill set, that you've changed, that you're not the same person, and that you're not going to be burdened with the same conclusion or outcome because you're not the same person and you won't be reacting the same ways. This is also a sense, if you have an Aquarian friend, they could be leading you into a new direction. It could be an Aquarius that is taking you or inspiring you or giving you this opportunity to come into a different direction. This is also a sense of, it could be the community that you live in itself that's inspiring you to go into a different direction and do something different. Do something that you had given up on, or that you had decided you weren't good at. Do something against the pattern that you've been recently sent. Take a chance on something new. And just trust the great mystery. In other words, dive into the unknown and dive into this territory that is not comfortable for you. And trust, because you will float. You will. If you trust your heart and you trust your instincts in this matter, this is spiritual awakening. 6 + 5 = 11. Just diving deeply into faith, diving deeply into where faith leads you. You know, I think that you're going into it at first thinking, yeah, this is never going to work. This is not something that's going to work. But why not? Why not try it? You know, why not? Just for shits and giggles, let me just try it. Okay, that's the mentality that you need to get. Even if things don't work out, you need to get in the mentality of trying something new, because something new is where your future is, and you're letting go of your past. Be playful. Keep it light. Don't be so serious. In other words, don't take things so seriously. Jump in, dive into them, but don't take them so seriously. Look for the fun in each and every moment. This is also light conversation, light-hearted conversation, laughter, comedy. This is any way to relieve your stress or keep yourself buoyant. That's exactly what this is. As you jump into these new situations, keep yourself buoyant. Keep yourself filled with fresh air. Keep yourself light. And then we have be loyal to what you love. This is Cancerian energy. True to yourself, true to what matters to you, true to your family, true to your friends. Truth. This is very loyal. This is usually a friend. This is usually a friend. Ooh, Spirit has a plan. See, you are trusting a friend here. You are allowing yourself to be led in a direction that a trusted friend is taking you. There's something here about dog energy. Dog energy. Interesting. Spirit has a plan. There's something coming to you. Yeah, you're going to be led there. It could be, you could be led there by your animal, by your animal running up to somebody in the park in a weird way. It's like trust in this person and where they're guiding you. This is Spirit has a plan. So it's tying into your heart will let you know, because this is really heart space energy. Be loyal to what you love is Cancerian energy for me. But it could be also very Leo energy, trusting in your heart space and letting it guide you. Because this is all tying back to Spirit's divine purpose for you, or something that's destined. Something that's destined for you is about to come to you. It's about to come to you. Let's get into the angel messages. I'm going to articulate all of this energy over in the extended. I'm pointing to the tarot cards right now. So we're going to pull a full tarot spread and get into the nitty gritty and really get some details about this energy. That link is right below this reading. Head on over there. You can head on over there now or hang out with me for a little longer so I can share with you these messages from your angels. If you have not yet please do subscribe to the channel, help the channel grow, and click that little bell so that you get notified when I upload all the content. I upload about 12 videos a week, but every single Friday is when Leo-specific reading comes out, and that's between 5 and 6 a.m. in the morning, California time. So be ready for it. Ring that bell and you'll get notified. You can also subscribe directly to Vimeo, and you'll actually have access to the extendeds a day before the YouTube videos come out. So FYI. And join me Monday through Friday. I do a live tarot card reading, a daily general reading for anybody who wants to hear, over on Instagram. So my Instagram handle is born_without_boundaries. And we can just chit chat a little bit during the day. Yeah, lots of one. Yeah. You're welcome. You're welcome to come. So Leo, the first angel message that flipped over for you is mindfulness. Be mindful of another's feelings and needs. Someone needs your love right now. A loving thought is all it takes. So maybe there was a mistake that was made, or a conclusion that you came to, or something that you said that hurt somebody's feelings. So this is definitely a sense of be true to yourself, be true to your heart, be true to the good person that you really are, and take the first step in making amends because somebody was hurt by your behavior. And that's not what you're about. You don't need to hurt people to be powerful or strong. It's just not who you are. It's not. Destiny. Your destiny is to blossom, to shine, to transform to ever greater light. You're in the stream of happiness coming to you. There's definitely something coming to your life that is going to take you to the next level. Forgiveness. Second time we got that energy too. Let the past go. Clear your heart and mind through forgiveness. It's insane how in sync these angel messages are. It's like angels are sitting around listening to these readings and literally communicating through these readings. It's amazing how they always line up. Compassion. When you show greater compassion towards yourself, the universe automatically responds by showering you with greater blessings. So it could be about forgiving yourself too for some perceived wrong that you did, or just letting go of the past and all the hurt and pain from the past and saying, you know what, you deserve the best. You deserve you deserve happiness, Leo. So believe it. Divine mystery. You, along with the sun, earth, moon, and stars, are part of one creation, a divine mystery unfolding each moment. Be present and feel the power of now. Be in the moment and witness the wonder of it all. Something freaking big is about to freaking happen. Let's go to tarot and see exactly what it is. I'll see you guys over there.